Huh. Okay, did I tell you about the house which uh, we had built for for three of us to live? I don't think I told this in the previous videos. Yeah, it's been now 20 years that that this happened. But from the walls and the color of the walls, everything, Sharon, she chose the colors, and it was looking like a rainbow. You have a different color for all, for every wall, and that's the way she wanted it to look, and that's the way it is even today. Okay, it's the same. It has different colors. So the point is why, in spite of doing, she didn't have any problem. She was not required to cook food or to even lift a glass and keep it from here to there. Instead of being taken care of in such a good way. My mother used to, like my mother, that is your grandmother, used to cook for her, for you, for me, and we had a maid, and all the household work was taken care of. She was simply lying. Before she delivered, she was lying down on the bed because she was pregnant. And we used to go out, until the day the doctor told you should not be moving. Till such time we were, I was taking her out to so many places we went, and all that happened. And after the delivery, after 2 months, she came, and then she was again told to have bed rest. And then the bed rest happened, and again she started moving around. And again we used to leave you with my parents, that is your grandparents, and they had a very good time with you, playing with you. And then I used to sit on my dad's tummy. That was such a lovely thing to look at, and a lot of pictures there, the still camera, and it was not like the today, wherein we have digital camera and then everything is stored on a computer or a chip. It's all printed photos, and loads of printed photos I have of you and my parents, with Sharon, with me, and with that Alagodi and Helen and that Melvin, when they had come to just before you guys left. But why on earth your mother, so-called mother, what she did. You will ask, or anybody is bound to ask, why she did all this. Maybe, and she was one thing here I want to mention is that she was silent all the time. She never spoke one single word. But there was a phone. There was a landline phone in our house. And she used to speak to her mother at the entire day, because I was out for my job. My father was at his office. My mother used to go to a school to work from morning 9 to evening 5. So entire day she used to speak to her mother. And you know what kind of bills we paid for the landline? 35,000, 40,000, 50,000, 60,000, 70,000 rupees per month we have paid bills. In such money, he could have gone to Mangalore, where her mother was staying, almost every second day, and come back. She didn't think about all that. Simply when somebody is ready to do something for her, she simply used me and my parents and everything she used. And then when she used, and then she wanted me to come and do it for her in Harvard, all these things. to do seva of her mother and her father, and that's the way it was. So obviously, if you ask her, Sharon, if you ask what will happen, she might tell some story, some cock and bull story. She might tell of why she took a decision like this, that she went to Dharwad and then she never came back to Mysore. For that, she might tell, some reason, some lame reason she would give. But if she had to do this, why did she marry, me in the first place? That is one question. Because if she had to know, she had fallen in love with some fellow by name Manab or some Rohan or some fellow in Mangalore, and then against the wishes of her parents, she fell in love with these two people. And then because her parents told that okay, selected me for as a life partner for her, she married me. And then she didn't want the baby, that is you, and then she tried to get an abortion. Twice she tried to get, but then she was unsuccessful. And then why she had to do all this? Okay, and then come and live here, and then with me, and then roam with me, go with me here, there, everywhere, enjoy, take all the benefits from me. Okay. I thought my love would change her, but I was wrong. She was in her own world, and she had her plans made properly, and then that's why she, her parents forced me to come and do the christening ceremony for you. That is naming ceremony. Because she would require, if she would go and sit in Dharwad or some other place, or Hubli or some other place, and if I don't turn up maybe later, that is why they planned it properly, that first they will use me, take my name for the christening of the baby. The father should be present, whoever it is. And I was there, and they used my name, and then I gave you the name Crystal Rashvina, and later on she didn't need my name per se until you grew up and then you were about to be put to school. Okay, till such time my name was not needed. She needed some other name. And by that time, she had already contacted this fellow Manab or that Rohan or some fellow. They didn't accept her with a kid, that is you. And so she had to search someone else who had left his house, or a divorcee, like this Joseph Franklin Fox. She had to search someone who would give some name, though he was actually staying in Bangalore, I think Bangalore, and then you guys were staying in Dharwad, and he used to come and go once in a while, as like in 2008 or 2009 when we wanted to meet you. And suddenly she has called this Fox, Joseph Franklin Fox, was staying in Bangalore. He was owning a Chevrolet Spark then. She has asked, Sharon asked him to come to Dharwad, that we want to meet Crystal. And so he ran, hurriedly ran back to Dharwad, and he was not staying with you people. That much I could make out. So all these things, all this drama, could have been avoided with the only single thing, that okay, she would have told that she wanted to stay with her parents, or with her parents, and she wanted somebody, a guy who could come and stay with her like a ghar jamai. Before marriage, if she would have told me, I would have said no to this marriage. But she didn't do. What she did, she thought, okay, I will get married, then I will put conditions. And for her, the trump card was that I loved you so much, the baby so much, that she thought that I will dance. I was dancing to her tunes actually after marriage. Right from the beginning, I was doing whatever she said. I was, so much in love with her, and I was ready to do anything for her. So she thought, okay, yeah. Anyway, Sujay is dancing to my tune and also the tune of my parents, to the tune of my parents. Let us make him dance some more. Let us make him, dance naked. Okay, that is what she and her, mother Helen and that fellow Alagodi. And it is so shameful that he was a pastor. He was a Christian church reverend, and he could not teach his daughter simple thing. That there was no conscience. They didn't. Though all the three people, Helen and that Alagodi pastor and this Sharon, they never had one iota of conscience in them. Conscience is what makes a person, differentiate between what is right and what is wrong, whether they are doing something right or something wrong. Finally, what will tell is the conscience a person has. That she didn't have, neither her mother had, neither her father had. And maybe the father developed a sort of conscience towards the end of his days, and he was, like he died by, he was really, ashamed of what Sharon did to me. And then, okay, she was not truthful to you also, Crystal, that okay, she didn't tell all this she did. And there was her life, there was another life of Sharon, that is of what kind of life she had in West Bengal at Serampur, wherein she lived with her parents and her brother in West Bengal, and she had a completely different life there. She was like a Bengali there, and then all that was there, and that is another story. If you may ask, or if she has any conscience, if Sharon has any conscience, if somebody asks her what all happened, she will tell, or she might not tell also. But it really didn't matter to me. She was telling that okay, she got raped in West Bengal, all that. Okay, the things won't change. Okay, whatever has happened, things won't change. But what can be changed, or is what will happen in the future. Okay, that can change by correcting ourselves, whoever it is, to to have a good life now, to do good things now, so as to ensure that our tomorrow will be better. That you can do. That's why I'm telling you also. Okay, things whatever has happened with me or with your mother, it will never change. The way your mother cheated me and used me, it is never going to change. Even if she lies that she didn't cheat, and then etc. etc. Things won't change. Okay, things will remain the same. Things will remain the same as to. Okay. Yeah. Where was I? This one, yeah, she might today tell, okay, she didn't do anything, okay, and she might try to put the blame on me. She might tell anything, because as per her convenience, she used everyone. As per her convenience, her parents used me and my parents. And then, okay, when the time came, this found a new person, that is this Joseph Franklin. And now they are using him. I don't know how long they will use him, and then how, and after what time they will discard him, God knows. It is or maybe they ensure that okay, he won't go back to Delhi. There is nobody back at home, back at Delhi for him waiting, so that he will run away by whatever these nuts do to him. He will run away, and all your mommies, your Sharon, this one, Sharon's mommies, Most of them they don't have husbands. Either their husbands ran away, there are a few committed suicide. Everybody is living single. Nobody has only one person I saw who was a male. Rest of them everybody female. Why? Because you so much torture and put this one idiotic conditions to the husbands. Who will stay with them? Nobody stayed with them. Everybody ran away. Okay. So what is there for you to learn from all this? You should not do all this. Maybe I tried so much to come and meet you, but this woman Sharon, she never allowed me to meet you. And by the time somehow I got an order from the court to meet you, this fellow was there, this Joseph Franklin, and he was again a hindrance. And every time he was in Bangalore, and then I had to call, as I told in my previous I had to call the police station at Dharwad, and then they used to call your Helen Algodi, the great grandmother you have, and then tell that okay, I want to meet. Then they will set up a place where I can meet you. All this was such a cumbersome thing, and then I should have told so many things to you about how to be and how not to be. I don't know what kind of person you turned out to be finally, because the curative period for any person is from 0 to 18. What you to schools today, in school they don't teach moral science. Moral science, if I ask any kid today, they don't know what is moral science. When I was a kid, there was a separate time in a week for moral science, wherein teachers taught us what is good and what is bad. Such things may not be there today. I don't know how it was in your school, though you studied in St. Joseph's, Dharwad. I don't know what kind of moral science they taught, but most importantly, moral science, good morals can be given only by parents. And your mother is not such a nice person; she does not have any morals per se, no morals at all. If she had some morals, and if she was really a pious person, she would not have done the things she has done to me. Or even you take point of view of Manab. If she was in love with Manab, she should have somehow convinced her parents to marry her off to Manab. She didn't do that, or to Rohan, or to Reynald, or some fellow, okay, of her choice. She didn't do all that. She simply changed from one to other to other, and her parents also didn't have any morals. They simply they danced to her tunes, and it was one kind of circus, the show that they were leading, until I entered, and I tried to resolve. I tried to put some sense into their heads. It didn't happen. They danced and danced and danced. They did circus. The entire till she left from Mysore and went to Dharwad. And in Dharwad, okay, they didn't have a house to stay also. And what kind of, I don't know, Algodi pastor, he had done ghafla of money with Karnataka Theological College. And that's why he was, he was about to be thrown out of college, okay, for doing, for stealing money. And I asked Sharon about this, why he did like that. What the answer she gave was like this. Till day I remember the way she told, okay, like a dacoit or a robber does his job. Robber robs, okay, dacoit also does dacoity. In the same way, a pastor's job is to preach, that's all, nothing more than that. And if given a chance, there is money lying around, because so much offering will come, and there is this one, the Algodi was a treasurer or the accounts keeper there in the Karnataka Theological College. He did some kavla. He took some money Some money, how much money, God knows. But then, as a punishment transfer, they threw him to Serampur, West Bengal. And there, she did, your great mother Sharon, she did lot of cands and all. After doing cands in West Bengal again, her father took a transfer back to Bangalore. And again, she started doing her cands in Bangalore. And when that Bangalore card was over, she came to Mysore and she did one big card here. And then she ran off to Dharwad. In Dharwad, I don't know. She went back to Manab, or she tried to contact Manab. She could not, go back to Manab or that Renaud or Reginald, whatever name, because I could not remember that fellow's name. Okay. And then finally she found one new Bakra, that is this Joseph Franklin. Okay, all these things she has done. And what you can learn from all is that you should not do like this. First, you should be very clear in your thoughts that what to do and what not to do, what you want from life and what you don't want from life, and what will make you good in the eyes of the people. Because everyone, if you are not staying somewhere aloof on the moon, that you won't care about the society. Today's marriage is done only for the purpose of society. One thing, marriage, okay, on the other hand, is also done for sexual needs. Social need is that, okay, for any woman or for any woman and a man, it is social status. Man, he is called a social animal because finally from the stone age till how the family was formed, he found his wife, and the woman found his husband. Why this marriage system has come, you should study somewhere. A lot of books are there, and this is a social need. Okay, in society, woman needs a husband, whatever type of husband it is. Someone he needs. Otherwise, she can't live alone. If she were to live alone, even Sharon would have lived alone. So where was I? Yeah, regarding marriage. If someday you want to get married, you find the right guy, or your present parents find the right guy for you. If you really want to get married, you think about it. Okay, marriage is not something you do it for fun or for social need. That is, the society wants you to look married. That's why you should have a husband. It's not like that. Things won't work like that. The marriage is a job. It is more than a job. And then when, like any job, you are in, you have to give it 100%, no matter what. And that is how, you can make things work. Otherwise, it won't work. It won't run for long. You do masti, and then, for example, you do like the way your mother did. Fall in love with someone, and then, okay, you can't marry that fellow. Or if I fall in love with someone else, you can't marry that fellow. You can't convince your parents that, you want to marry such a guy. Or even if you marry such a guy, you want to marry such a guy, and what if that guy हाथ दे के भाग गया, या फिर खाली फोकट में तुमको यूज़ किया और भाग गया और बोला कि शादी नहीं कर सकता, ये वो. If all that happens, again you have to look for an alternative, plan B. If it is like this, it will never end. You find someone else, you will again convince, or you convince the new fellow. You will try to hide everything, that okay, you are a nice person, all that you have to do. And if you do like that also, you have to stick to whatever, you have to be true to the marriage, true to your own self. You got a chance, you have to work on it and then prove yourself. That is the only way out. Otherwise, if you can't do all that, you should not enter into marriage. One thing, I was ready to do everything, for irrespective of whether she was in love with someone else, or she had slept with someone before marriage. I don't know. It didn't matter to me. Until that, okay, she was with me and then you were with me. It didn't matter much. what happened, because what happened in the past I had already accepted, because whatever happened in the past, she didn't tell it before marriage. She told, well, only after marrying me she started telling all her drama stories of marriage, of this one, that falling in love with Manab, etc., etc., all that. She told only after. And then I didn't have much chance, other chance than accepting what she told, because either I should have thrown her out, because she hid all these things from me before marriage, and then she was telling. At one point in time I felt she might be lying also. But later on, as I told, I saw these fellows, Manab, as on her Facebook page, and then I inquired later on in Karnataka Theological College, Bangalore, that about what she had done, and then people started telling that okay, she had done like this, she had done like that, she had a boyfriend, she had so many boyfriends, all that people told, and it was true. So if you do all such things, and finally, there won't be, any character won't be left in a person. Okay, whatever you do, that will reflect. Even if you keep changing places from, like Sharon did, from Bangalore to Serampur, from Serampur to Bangalore, from Bangalore to Mysore, from Mysore to Hubli to Dharwad. She kept on moving like this, and doing new dramas and new episodes and new finding new boyfriends in every place she went. You can do it, but it will definitely reflect on your own personality. That is what will happen, because people, whatever you keep doing, that will somehow or the other reflect in your personality. People will come to know what kind of person you are. Okay, even if you go and stay on the moon, or some new place, people will make out. And this world is very small. Even if you go and stay in the United States or some other country, what kind of person you are, you won't be able to hide for long. तो ये सब करना गलत है, जैसे कि तुम्हारी माँ ने किया, the so called great Amma yours, she did all these things. She should not have done, and you don't do like that. If you get a chance to get married, and be clear in your head of what you want, and stick to whatever you want. And today, going by the way things are around, in this society, marriage is marriage is not it's not an option anymore, because there is no need to get married these days. That is how the society has turned out to be. But then there is no man could not find a better alternative to marriage. Okay, better alternative for marriage. Live-in relationships and all those things won't work. Only stay together until you get fed up of each other. That is live-in relationship, and then move on, and then okay, again find someone else. How long and how far? All those things won't work. So be clear in your head, and what you want from life. And be it work or anything you do, give it your 100%. Be truthful to yourself. Read the Bible. If you don't read the Bible also, it is okay. But at least follow the 10 commandments. Whatever is mentioned in the Bible, follow the 10 commandments. It is very important. Try to follow them, and ultimately, even if somebody tells okay, there is no God and all that stuff, whatever good or bad you do, that only will lead you. That is my experience. Whatever good or bad you do in your life to anybody, that only will be of guidance to you. That only will show you the path ahead. Okay, and for that you don't need God. There is no need of God. Okay, the governing force will be our own deeds. If you do good, do good, be good. Simple rule. Okay, if you do and be honest and be truthful, don't cheat. Okay, This will ensure that your character is good. That's all. The character of a person depends only on these things. Finally, it does not depend on whether you go to church or not. People will definitely see whether you go to church or not. You were this Sharon that she could sing all songs and all. But what is the point? She can sing songs, hymns, lyrics, everything from Basel Mission. This one, hymn book, everything she could do. But what is the point in if you are a bad person? What is the point in if you practice all bad things in your life and then you open the Bible and read, or go to church and stand there and hear the sermon from some fellow? Even if your father is a church priest, that won't give you a tag of a good person. Be truthful to yourself. Okay, don't be artificial. Don't be artificial. Be someone who could be trusted. And all these things. Trust comes over a period of time. It won't come overnight. And all these characters, being honest, being truthful, not cheating, not lying or not hiding. All these things will only decide what kind of person you are. And that is how a character of a person is built over a period of time. And you will be 18 in another 3-4 months. You will be adult, and your formative periods, the curative period is already over. And I don't know what kind of person you have turned out to be. And I saw your Facebook page wherein there is only one photo where you are receiving some kind of prize in some function of Karmaga. And I thought, okay, why only one? Because one photo. Because the kids these days, if they are 13, 14 only, they start posting for so many photos of whatever they do each and every day. But on the contrary, you have only one photo on your Facebook page. Maybe you have so many photos, and I didn't give a friend request. I didn't give a friend request as yet. That's why I'm unable to see other photos. I don't know how these things work, but it looked like a trap for me. But anyway, I was happy to see that you are grown up, now 18 years old. And you should know all this. And this might, impact your life. Don't think all that. But if somebody asks you about your parentage, or your parents, or what about your mother and what she did, you should be able to tell them all this. Okay. Because you should be clear from your end. I don't know what kind of person you have turned out to be. Okay. That depends on how, as I told you, how you are, whether you lie, whether you cheat, whether you can be trusted. Are you a trustworthy person? All these things count. Your mother might have been a very bad person in her past life. Okay. And that might also have a bearing on your future life. But those things can't be changed. Even if they can be hidden, or she can lie about it, or you can lie about it, it is wrong. Whatever is there, you have to tell it openly to anybody. If you want to go ahead with something called as marriage or some life partner, you have to be very clear. Unless you do that, you will be cheating a person. Because these things, your mother's, your son Sharon's son past cannot be changed. It is there. What she did in Serampur will always be there. What she did in Bangalore, the way she roamed around with so many fellows, that all will be there. Her marriage to me will be there. And the way she tried to get you aborted when she was pregnant, that also cannot be changed. And the way she took money from me for giving divorce, that also will be there. And the way she tried to go back to Manab, and he didn't accept her, that also will be there. And the way she found this new fellow, this Joseph Franklin, That is always will be there. It is a part of your life as well as their lives. And his divorce, that fellow's divorce, he's a divorcee, and why he got divorced, all those things will have a bearing on your life, definitely, because you didn't plan, okay, to be, a part of all this. Okay, you didn't plan it. You just came in, you came, and all this was, like a mess. What your mother created, your great mother created, and then there is no getting away, with the fact that, okay, this didn't happen. If somebody asks, you should be able to tell them all this. That is why I am telling you all this, because if you try to hide and if you try to project some other story which is false, and they come to know later, and then they have questions later, and then you don't know what to tell, what is right and what is wrong, you are unable to explain many things, then they will have confusion regarding you, whether you are a truthful person or not. That's the reason why I am telling you all this. And also that you should not be in a position wherein you should fall into like wrong things, and don't do drugs, and don't smoke, and don't drink alcohol, don't touch liquor. All this I want to tell you, don't do all that. Those things are bad. They might give you a high for some time, okay, but that will definitely impact your character. Ultimately it will impact your character. So all these things you keep in your mind, and if at all someday you want, you get a chance to talk to me, I would have left my phone number on the YouTube page. If you happen to if you want to speak to me, you can. Or else if I someday want, I'll be making a Facebook page, and then you can talk to me on Facebook if you want. I don't know whether you want or not, but okay, yeah, this I wanted you to know. So for me it is a load off that I could tell so much to you, and I don't mean any harm to you. Okay, if anybody else listens to all this, also there is nothing to worry, because ultimately my only motive here is not to bring bad name to you. Bad name already your mother has, okay, it won't change. Even if 10 or 20 or 30 years later also, whatever the kind of person she was before, everybody knows. Everybody in Harvard knows, everybody in Hubli knows, and she can't get away with it. But the thing is that you should not repeat the same, you should not do the same mistakes. And getting married is not a mistake. I'm telling you, getting married is not a mistake. The mistake is not giving your 100% to the marriage. Not doing what is actually required to be done in a marriage. That to take care of the husband, to take care of the children, to take care of the in-laws if you have, to respect your husband, to respect your elders, that is the in-laws. All that should be there. Only if that all is there, the relationship will work. Otherwise it will be a half-baked cake. It will the ultimate thing is that it won't taste good. And that's the reason I could have he made Sharon come and stay with me if I wanted to, by hook or crook, because I was so much in love with you, my daughter. I didn't want to lose you, and if I wanted, I could have done it. I could have somehow convinced her and to come, or threatened her, or could have done anything. But all that would amount to rape. Like rape is something when you don't want, a person you don't want, you do forcibly, that is called as rape. That would have been rape. I didn't want, I wanted it to be natural. I wanted her to come back with all her heart. I didn't want to. Okay, she wanted me to come and dance to her tunes at Dharwad, and I was unable to do that. I could have done it if she would have, even if she didn't want the marriage to continue. If she would have come back just for the sake of you, I would have done everything in my power to make her happy. And we did a lot of things. We used to, like, going to the movies was every second day, every third day, to the theater. To watch the last movie we watched together was Arman, Amitabh Bachchan, Anil Kapoor, and this one, that Preeti Zinta and Gracie Singh, I think. That was the last movie we saw together. Or yeah, that was the last movie, I think. We saw together. Before that, we saw so many movies together, and I'll tell about the greeting cards.